Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can install Ubuntu 18.04 on VirtualBox. So those of you who don't know what is VirtualBox, VirtualBox is an application using which you can run different operating system virtually on your host operating system. So for example, I am running Windows as my host operating system and I have VirtualBox on my Windows operating system and I want to run Ubuntu 18.4 on that Windows operating system using VirtualBox. The VirtualBox will enable me to do this. So let's see how we can do it. So if you don't know how to install VirtualBox, you can go to this website, which is virtualbox.org, and then you can go to the download section, or you can just click this button which says download VirtualBox, and then you just need to click on this which says Windows host, or if you are on Mac, then you can choose the OS X host, or if you are on Linux, then you can choose the Linux version. So just click on that and then just follow the installation steps, which are pretty easy to follow, and you just need to click some next buttons and VirtualBox will be installed on your Windows operating system. Now the next thing we need to have in order to install Ubuntu 18.04 on our VirtualBox is the ISO file of Ubuntu. So just visit on this website, which is ubuntu.com, and you can see Ubuntu 18.4 LTS is out now. So you can just click on this button which says download 18.4 now, or you can go to the download section and then choose the desktop option, and then also you will be able to see Ubuntu 18.4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on downloads, and here I'm going to click on Ubuntu desktop, and here we can see Ubuntu 18.04 LTS version. So now I will directly click on the download button, and here you will be encouraged to donate to Ubuntu website, but I don't want to do it for now. So I'm going to just move everything to $0, and you can see now the cost is $0, and then I can click on this button which says not now, take me to the download, and now you can see the download of the Ubuntu 18.4 desktop amd64.iso file will start. Now it's around 1.8 gigabyte file, so it will take some time to download. So you can just click on OK and download this file. I have already downloaded for this file, so I'm going to click cancel, but in your case you need to download this file, and after downloading, this file is going to look like this. So I'm going to minimize everything, and you can see it will look like this with an extension ISO. Now if you have downloaded this file, you can directly move to the VirtualBox manager. So when you open VirtualBox, it's going to look like this, and in here we are going to create a new virtual machine. So just click on new here on the top and just write the name of your machine. So we are installing Ubuntu, so I'm going to just type Ubuntu here, and I'm also going to just say Ubuntu 18.4. Here whatever name you want to give, you can give it from here. The type is Linux obviously, and the version is Ubuntu 64-bit. So you can see there are lots and lots of different operating system and their versions are there. We just need to choose Ubuntu 64-bit, and then we can just click next here. These are the memory size requirements, so if you don't have any problem, I will extend it to around the green line here, so up to the green line, whatever it requires, and I'm going to click next. So now in this next section you will be asked to provide the hard disk, and if you don't have the good reason to change it, I will leave it as default, which is create a virtual hard disk now. So I'm going to just click create, and in here you will see a few options for hard disk file type. I'm going to leave it as default also, which is VirtualBox disk image, and I'm going to click next. And in the next window, you will be asked to provide storage on physical hard disk. So we are going to choose this option which says dynamically allocated. If you want to see the details of what is the difference between dynamically or allocated memory and the fixed size, you can read here. But the better is this option which says dynamically allocated, and I always use it. And I'm going to click next. And on this next window, you will see the file location and the size. So if you don't have the good reason to change it, I will leave it as default, the location. And for the size, I can increase it up to according to my system requirements. So for example, I want around 60 gigabyte of memory. So I'm going to just move it to 60. Around 60, but it's totally dependent on you. So whatever amount of size you want to have, you can just increase this size. And now I'm going to just click on create, which is going to create this virtual machine here. But don't start this machine yet. We need to do some settings here also. So just choose this virtual machine, which is Ubuntu 18.04, and I'm going to click on settings here, which is going to open the settings for this virtual machine. So on the top, you will see general settings. Here in the advanced tab, you can just choose this option which says bidirectional for shared clipboard, and drag and drop also bidirectional. This will enable you to copy from your host machine to your virtual machine, which is Ubuntu. Now the next section is the system. So I'm going to choose a system here. And here you can change the base memory of your Ubuntu operating system. So for now, I will leave it as default, but in the future, if you want to change it, you can change it from here. The next step is for processor. So by default, VirtualBox will allocate one CPU to your virtual machine, but you can increase it from here. So for now, I will increase it to 4 CPUs, and then I can go to display here. Here you can do the display settings. For now, I don't want to change it. I will directly go to the storage section, and this is the important section. So in the storage, you just need to choose this option which says empty. So under the controller, you will see this empty disk option here. So choose this option, and then you just need to click on the CD icon. So just choose the CD icon, and then click on choose virtual optical disk file. And in here, you just need to give the path of your ISO file. So I'm going to copy the path and paste it here. And then I will choose the ISO file which I have downloaded. Okay, so this is the file I have downloaded from the Ubuntu website. So I'm going to just choose it and then click OK. So once you are finished with the settings, now we are ready to run our virtual machine. So just choose your virtual machine and click on the start button, which is going to start the installation of your Ubuntu. And now you can see the installation for Ubuntu 18.04 has been started. Now in the first step, you will choose the language in which you want to install Ubuntu. So I want to install Ubuntu in English. So I will choose this option which says English. And then you can just click on install Ubuntu button here. So I'm going to just click install Ubuntu. Now in the next step, you will be asked to provide the keyboard layout for your Ubuntu operating system. So each country have their different keyboard layout. So I'm going to choose the German keyboard layouts because I want the German keyboard layout. So I will just scroll down a little and then I will choose German here. And also for German, there are different kind of keyboard layouts. So I will choose the default keyboard layout, which is German. So whatever country you are living in, you can choose the keyboard layout of that country and then click continue. Now in the next step, it asks me what apps would you like to install to start with. So I will just choose the normal installation and I will just choose download updates while installing Ubuntu. And I will also choose this option which says install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware. So I will choose this option also and I will click continue. In the next step, you will see this option which says erase disk and install Ubuntu. So don't worry, it's not going to erase anything from your disk. It's just an option which you just need to leave default and then click on install now. And now it will give you this kind of question, write the changes to the disk. So I will say continue. Now in the next step, you can see the location. So I will leave it as default and I'm going to just click continue. And in here, you can provide the credentials, whatever credentials you want to provide to your Ubuntu operating system. So for example, I want to give the name code bind here. And then the computer's name will be code bind minus VirtualBox. So I can even change this also. I don't want VirtualBox in front of code bind, so I can remove it. And this is the pick a username. So this will be the username of your Ubuntu operating system. And then you can provide the password which you will use to log into your Ubuntu operating system. So for now, I will provide a really weak password, but you're free to choose the strong password and then confirm your password and then click continue. So now you can see the installation of Ubuntu operating system has been started. So in this step, you just need to wait for the installation to complete. So I will just pause the video until the installation is complete. And now you can see this message which says installation is complete. You need to restart the computer in order to use the new installation. So I'm going to just click on this button which says restart now, which is going to restart your Ubuntu 18.4 virtual machine on your VirtualBox. And for the first time, I generally see this problem which says, please remove the installation medium, then reboot. So I'm going to just close this window from here and restart my Ubuntu from my VirtualBox. So I'm going to just say power off the machine, which is going to close this window. And now I'm going to choose Ubuntu 18.4 once again, and I'm going to start it from this button. And you can see it's starting my virtual machine. And now I can see that Ubuntu 18.4 has been restarted, and this is the username which I have given. So I'm going to click on the username, and now I will give the password which I have given in the installation step. So I'm going to repeat the password. And now you can see the welcome window for Ubuntu operating system. So you can see what's new in Ubuntu. And when you go here at the top, you will be able to see the switch off option. And then this is the user name from which you have logged in. And these are the default apps which comes with Ubuntu operating system. And if I want to cancel this welcome window, I can just click quit. And if you want to maximize the window, you can just maximize it, and you will be able to see full desktop on your Windows 10 host. So this is how you can install Ubuntu 18.04 on your VirtualBox. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.